Hi everyone, I'm Yasha and welcome to the 18th episode of Election Scoop. Today we'll be talking about elections that are being held in Illinois. Illinois held primaries last week, and there are a couple of important details I'd like to get down before we move on to the strategies for the Democratic and Republican parties. The first is the governor's race, which was held in Illinois. Incumbent Republican Bruce Rauner is running for re-election. He was first elected in 2014. But he's managed to upset both the left and right, and he only won re-nomination to his party by about 4 points, with conservative state representative Jan Ives racking up a lot of votes against him, especially in the southern area of the state. Rauner is in quite a predicament. His race, the governor's race, now is leaning Democratic, with showing an uphill battle for Rauner as he is trailing in almost all polls conducted versus him and the Democratic nominee, businessman J.B. Pritzker. And so that's going to be very interesting to see. Is that going to be one of the major pickups of 2018 for the Democrats? Another important race is the race in Illinois' 3rd congressional district. But this time, it's between two Democrats instead of between a Democrat and a Republican. Incumbent Representative Dan Lipinski is a conservative Democrat who, along with his father, have held this seat back for many years. But because of his conservative record on things like abortion, liberal members of his party have gotten quite upset with him. And so, a newcomer to politics, liberal Democrat Marie Newman, challenged him. Lipinski won by 4 points, but this race shows how the demographics of the Democratic Party have been shifting. Many saw this as a struggle between the newer and younger progressive wings of the party and the older, moderate, and conservative wings that were once dominant but are now starting to decline. So those are the two major things that happened on primary night, and now let's look at the general election and what Republicans and Democrats have to do about that. So what's the Democratic strategy? Well, first and foremost, the Democrats have to keep turnout in Cook County high. It's a lot of this area is the Great Lakes, so only focus on this part, but Cook County is the one and only safely Democratic county in Illinois. All 113 other counties are either leaning Democrat or safe Republican or leaning Republican, no matter what. Cook County in the city of Chicago is the one Democratic stronghold in the entire state, and there, turnout is crucial. Then, going from that, you gotta look at suburbia. That's these counties: DuPage, Kane, Will, Kendall, and other counties in the area. As you can see, in 2012, a lot of these northern Illinois areas that were won by Barack Obama turned to Donald Trump in 2016. And Bruce Rauner won all of these counties except for Cook County. So if Democrats want to expand instead of just hold their ground, what's key for them is to win this northern suburban area of Illinois. One of the congressional districts up here, which is the 6th district, is a toss-up held by incumbent Republican Peter Roxanne, and doing better in the suburbs might mean taking back that district, which would, in turn, lead to a higher chance at taking back the House. So, what's the Republican strategy? The Republicans definitely aren't looking at gaining any seats, since all seats held by Democrats are in safe turf, but what they can do is build up turnout in the rural areas of the state. This whole chunk of landmass that is very unlike the northern areas like Chicago. As a matter of fact, these areas are like a whole different state. They have much closer ties to the deep south than they have to northern Rust Belt strongholds like Chicago and other Great Lakes cities. So, if the Republicans want to hold their turf, turnout in here, as well as success in the suburbs, is key. So that's what we're looking at for the elections that are going to be held in Illinois. Now, there aren't any more primaries that are going to be held until May, so the next time we see you, which won't be that long away, we'll have other information and news about the elections that are being held, other trends that we can examine, but we'll have to hold off to report any more primaries until early May. So thanks for watching, and remember, don't forget to vote.